Hi all, it's Mark from Autoglym, back in the duster again, back to tell you about another new product. It's another new sanitizer. Don't worry, we are running out of ideas for new different sanitizers. This one is a little bit different though. Stay with me, I think you are going to find this one genuinely quite interesting. Okay, so this is, always have this problem, the antiviral car fogger. Okay, so this is an aerosol can, as you can see, 150 mil, and the idea is it's like a bomb. So you like one of these odor bombs. You put it in your car, you click down the trigger. It's got one of these fancy triggers that lock into place and discharges the whole contents of the can all over the car. And this is, of course, antibacterial and antiviral, including killing the coronavirus, which is the thing that we're all most concerned of at the moment, right? And especially with new research coming out showing that the coronavirus can live up to 21 days on some surfaces, which is, concerning. So this is a really quick and simple way to apply an antibacterial treatment and antiviral treatment to the entire inside of your car, and the whole thing takes about 15 minutes. Okay, so the idea is, obviously you run this with your car off. Don't run it with your vents on, don't run it with your fans on, because all it does is blow all the contents of this straight to the back window, and you'll just end up sanitizing the back window. Okay, so car off, not like an aircon sanitizer or anything like that. So keys out the ignition, car off. Next thing, lid off the can, give it a really good shake. Now the next thing you have to get right is placement. Okay, so you don't want to put it you don't want to put it too far forward, and equally you don't want to have it too far back either. So the ideal place, just look down here, is generally between the front seats. Okay, so between the front seats you've got enough, it's central and it's low enough to disperse the contents of the can all around the cabinet, and that's the key thing. Now, one thing you might be tempted to do is put it on your armrest. So if you have an armrest in your car, you might think, oh, that's nice and central, I'll put it on there. Okay, don't do that, because all you do is you'll fire the contents straight up into the headlining, and it won't disperse around correctly. So if you check out the official video for the antiviral car fogger, which we did, you might see something where we used a UV tagging agent. So the lab, when we were testing this, they filled some cans themselves, and they filled it with a UV tagging agent along with the rest of the contents of the can, and they set it off, and then with a special UV light they looked all over the car, and anywhere that glows up green under the ultraviolet light in the video, that's where the can went. So we could actually test how far reaching this can goes, because it's no use at all if it just sanitizes all the area around there, and similarly it's no use if it just sanitizes all the way around here. The idea was it filled the entire cabin all the way around, coated all the hard surfaces, and had that antiviral action. So important thing, low as you can and as central as you can. So if you're one of these cup holder things, these are great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move my seat forward, and then my can isn't going to slam into the back of into the bottom of the armrest, because that'd be no good either. So I'm going to move my seat forward a bit, like that, and we'll jump into the back. Okay, so now we're in the back. You can see down here that's nice. So if I move that forward, the can is going to fire up. It's got a clear line of sight, nothing's going to slam into, and that can is nice and central in the cabin of this car. So really good shake. Make sure that's good to go, and then literally all you do is click down the lid, click down the cap, sorry. Okay, there it is. So you can orientate the can a bit to make sure it's going in the right direction. So we'll have it slightly biased to the forward, and I'm just quickly going to get out now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the boot and let you see what's going on. So normally you wouldn't do this, okay? But this is just so you can see what's going on inside. So you can see that firing up. Hopefully you can still hear me, and hopefully you can see quite a healthy jet of product firing up there. So yeah, it's going quite high, but it's not slamming into the roof completely. So that's going to filter around there. So the plan you do next, make sure all the doors and windows on the car are shut. and you just leave the can to fully discharge. So that should take about 5 minutes. After that's empty, open up a door, quickly jump in with a microfiber cloth, wipe off any of the areas where there's a deposit of liquid, and that tends to be just round where the can is. So sometimes it can be in that cup holder. So just tidy that up with a microfiber cloth. Shut the doors again, leave it for another 5 minutes, let that 5-minute contact kill time that's required to kill all the bacteria and viruses take place. After those 5 minutes are up, open all your doors, open up the boot, let the car vent for 5 minutes, and then it's done. So really very little work at all. You just got to put your seats forward and click down a can, and then you can easily sanitize and with antibacterial and antiviral on the inside of your car. So it'll work on very, very big cars, it'll work on very, very small cars, like this tasty one behind me here. So we tested it on giant SUVs, again with that UV light to check the dispersal. It's all really good. So yeah, it doesn't damage any surfaces, doesn't leave any staining, doesn't leave any marks. Everything you'd expect from Autoglym, all of the performance with no other downsides. So that's available now. So if you want to sanitize an antiviral and antibacterial treatment on the inside of your car, at the touch of a button, check out the antiviral car fogger, and that's available now. Cheers.